What's up, family? It is another episode, and today I am excited about being with you. Today, I want to talk about homeschooling for your child. What do you need to do as the parent? So I want to just take some time to be an encouragement to parents. In this time, now, there are some things that are probably stressing you to no end. You're having to spend more time with your children. You're having to try to figure out work and how do you work at home, as well as be present for online learning with your child. Being forced to deal with internet issues. This is not just an issue of your community, but this is an issue of the world. You may have been given a device by your academic institution. Yes, you may have a tablet, you may have a laptop, but that does not take away from the distractions that may be in the home. I know as a parent, it is challenging dealing with a new style of education, dealing with new formats for math problems, dealing with new grammatical structures within English or whatever language that you are speaking. I understand that you still, as a parent, want the best for your child. It may be frustrating seeing that your child could be suffering from an attention deficit disorder because he or she has been forced to sit behind the computer for hours at a time, and they have not learned the discipline of homeschooling. I can imagine that there is a cultural deficiency between the instructor and your home environment. So there's some things that you as a parent can do, as well as the student can do. Do not take responsibility for your child's work. I do understand that it is challenging for us all, but it is not your responsibility to take the responsibility of your child doing the work. Now, for all of the students that are listening, you must know that you are still held to an expectation to perform on a global scale academically. So take some of the pressure off of your parent and become responsible and integral and fill your life with character and do the work too. Parent, do not become frustrated with the teacher that also is being forced to teach, administrate, as well as cultivate your student in this new learning environment. I understand that on both parties, this can be difficult, but one thing that you can do as a blessing to your teacher is say thank you. Why? Because there are many teachers that are under even a greater pressure trying to fulfill the requirements of administration, trying to adhere to their calling to teach, and having a desire to reach their student. So you must know that it is difficult, and then they must go home. So it's complex. So one great thing that you can do for your teacher, professor, instructor is say thank you. Teach your student to say thank you because it's challenging for everyone. Parent, as you are helping your student, it is necessary for you to teach them discipline. So you must create classroom hours, and you must now organize the home to where it operates just like a school setting. I know that the child is not used to this type of structure in the home, but I promise you that it can benefit you as a parent if you would structure the home and force the child into a class routine at their home, because it is already difficult for the child, for the instructor, and for you as a parent. So, I need to tell you as students, when mommy and when daddy say that it is classroom time, it is important for you to adhere to the rules and instructions for classroom. Irregardless of what class you're in, you could be in primary education, you can be in middle school education, you could be in high school education, and God knows you could be in college level education. Discipline is the key to advancement. Why? Because you are still required to operate on a global scale. If you need help, it is important that you seek out help from others that may be efficient in online learning, that may be proficient in online studying. Parents, do not feel as though it is your total responsibility to understand everything that's being presented to you. I know some school administrations have online teachings, to further educate the parent and the family on how to assist their student, but do not put the bearing of responsibility on the school. If you are using a platform that you do not understand, you have church members, you have family members, you have co-workers, take the next level of responsibility and seek out the help so that you, as well as your student, can be proficient in the platform that they are now being forced to operate under. Students, when you're trying to help your parent, do not spend countless hours complaining about the new regimen. You have been forced to take on this online regimen by systems that say that this is necessary for us at this time. So do not spend every hour and every moment and every minute complaining to your parents, complaining to your guardians that you do not like learning online. Suck it up, deal with it, and become responsible young people and just get the work done. Now, there may be subject areas that are difficult for you. Math, science, history, English, whatever the area is that is your weakness. Students, tell your parents that you need help. I am going to tell you as students, create a community where you can learn the subject from each other. Do not only allow us as adults to be the bearers of responsibility for you learning your role, your responsibility as it relates to the subject matter at hand. Build a community where you can learn from each other. Do not allow technology in this season to become the deficit of your academic career. Do not become a student that is deficient in advancement because you are uncomfortable. So parents, do not accept the excuse of I can't do this. This is hard. I don't like this. This does not make any sense. Why can't I go to school? I'm afraid of the virus. Parents, do not accept the excuse that could enable your student from not digging deeper on the inside of them to accomplishing everything that has been destined for their life. You know, the amazing thing about purpose is that you can have an idea of purpose, but purpose is not great until you realize you have the courage to chase your purpose. So, is that in this moment of heightened anxiety, do not, and I repeat, do not, and I repeat again, do not try to live out your childhood dreams through your child's opportunity. I know that it is tempting to get behind that computer and that device and just do the work. But do not, I repeat, do not try to live out your childhood dreams through your child's opportunity. The best thing that you can do for your child is to encourage them, is to be present with them, and to force them into a working relationship with their instructor. If it appears as though they cannot work with their instructor, you do not help the system, parents, by running down to the school or administration, fussing and arguing about something that has been in place that we all must adhere to, and that is learning online. So how you can help your student is by finding other parents that have working systems and finding other students that are doing well on the same platform. This is an opportunity where you can encourage your child or your children to build other relationships that can help them advance in this academic calendar school year. But I want all children to succeed, and I want all parents to feel accomplished. But one way that we can do this is by making sure that we're not trying to beat the system, but we're trying to use the system and advance and become everything that we've been destined to become. Take this time, subscribe to my channel, because we can do better together. Blessings.